Be me that night. 22 years old. Living quiet, simple life. Never liked loud crowds. Book stacked near bed. Laptop always glowing late. A person of silence. More listener than talker. Never stood out much. People said I was shy, but deep inside steady. I noticed small details. Sounds no one else heard. Shadows others overlooked fast. Sometimes felt like outsider. But I didn't mind. Home was my safe place. Walls filled with memories. Smell of old wood. Creaks under tired steps. I thought I knew. Every corner, every sound. But that night changed. Everything I believed real. It started so normal. Evening wrapped in silence. Rain tapping the windows. Phone buzzing ignored again. I like quiet moments. But felt strange weight. Air heavier than usual. Like room breathing slowly. My chest tightening steady. I brushed it off. Told myself just tired. Maybe too much coffee. Yet shadows looked sharper. Corners seemed more alive. Lamp flickered without reason. Heartbeat echoing in ears. I sat frozen still. Eyes tracing every outline. Then a sound came. Soft scrape across floor. Not my chair moving. Not wind or rain. Something else was here. I tried to laugh. Tell myself imagination only. But skin prickled sharp. Like warning deep inside. Room felt too small. Walls pressing closer tight. I checked the door. Locked like always secure. Still heart raced harder. I whispered be calm. But calm never came. Then another noise. Closer this time clear. A faint dragging sound. Like fabric on wood. My breath caught instantly. I leaned forward tense. Eyes wide unblinking still. Lamp flickered once more. Casting shadows twisting strange. My name whispered low. Or maybe just air. But I swear. I truly heard it. I froze completely still. Mind racing for reason. But no answer formed. Shadows stretched across floor. Each one felt alive. I gripped the desk. Knuckles pale from fear. Silence came again. Heavy, thick, suffocating, slow. I forced one breath. Then second, then third. Heartbeat thumped in ears. So loud, almost painful. Sudden creak from hallway. Long and dragging sound. Like weight shifting slow. My stomach twisted hard. Sweat ran down back. I wanted to scream. But voice was trapped. My name again. This time much clearer. Low hushed, too real. I knew someone there. I stepped toward door. Feet trembling on floor. Each step felt wrong. Air colder with distance. Fingers brushed cold handle. Metal shocked my skin. I held my breath. Turned it very slow. Hinges groaned like warning. Hallways stretched before me. Dim light flickered faint. Walls narrow, closing in. Shadows twisted with movement. But nothing stood there. Still my skin crawled. Floor creaked under weight. Not mine, too close. Sound came from left. Just past sister's room. I froze again hard. My chest locked tight. Whisper came once more. Dragging my name slowly. Like someone hungry. Or desperate, or both. I wanted to scream. But no voice came. Throat locked in fear. Only silence poured out. Heart slammed against ribs. Like fists on doors. I pressed to wall. Hoping it would hide. Shadows slid across floor. Stretching long, bending strange. I saw no body. Only shapes that swayed. Then a soft laugh. Low, broken, hollow sound. It crawled through ears. Made my head spin. I clenched both fists. Tried to stay strong. Steps echoed behind me. Slow, dragging, uneven weight. Air smelled of damp. Mixed with rust faint. My knees almost gave. But I kept moving. Each inch felt eternal. Something brushed my arm. Cold, thin, almost sharp. I jerked away fast. But nothing was there. Just empty, thick dark. My skin still burned. Like ice had touched. Air's caught faint whisper. Not words, only breath. Soft but cutting deep. I spun around fast. Nothing, only still air. Panic climbed my chest. I pressed lips tight, trying not to gasp. But breathing turned loud. Every inhale a scream. Sweat slid down back. Clothes stuck to skin. Room seemed to tilt. Walls leaned and swayed. Ground felt unstable, like shifting beneath feet. I thought I'd collapse if I took one step. Then I heard creak. Floorboard bending slow, like someone stepped close. My pulse went wild. Eyes darted left-right. But shadows only stared. Corners seemed alive, moving. Breathing with strange rhythm. Hair rose on neck. Instinct screamed not safe. I froze in place. Heart hammering like drum. Then faint knock came. 3 soft clear taps. Not door too near. It echoed from inside. From deep in closet. Silence swallowed the sound. I couldn't look away. The closet door shook. Would groan like pain. Handle rattled once, twice. Then went still again. I whispered inside mind. Please let this stop. Air felt thick, heavy. Like walls pressed closer. My chest fought breath. I stepped back slow. Floor creaked loud, sharp. Fear burned through veins. Then I noticed something. A slip of paper. Pushed under closet gap. Edges curled, yellow, worn. My hand shook, reaching. I knelt down, careful. Picked it up slow. Ink smudged, old, fading. But words still clear. They spelled my name. Every letter exact, precise. Blood drained from face. I dropped it quick. Stared in frozen shock. How could this be? Who left it here? Why was it waiting? Questions screamed unanswered, louder. Room spun around me. Shadows stretched across walls. Heartbeat pounded in ears. I bent down, trembling. Picked paper up again. Forced myself to read. Second line appeared below. It said, I know. Letters scratched, uneven, dark. A chill ripped spine. I froze in place. Skin crawled with dread. Air felt colder, sharper. Like someone watched close. My hands clenched tight. Paper crumpled in fist. I wanted to scream. But throat locked, silent. Room felt alive, breathing. Corners darker than before. I turned toward door. Every instinct said run. Yet my feet stuck. Fear glued me still. Mind begged for escape. Then light flickered once. Silence snapped into loud. My phone buzzed sharp. Screen lit with message. 3 words burned bright, clear. It simply read, leave now. My chest collapsed inward. Cold sweat drenched skin. I dropped the note. Back into the shadows. And stumbled for door. Legs shaking under weight. I ran outside, gasping. Air hit like fire. But also felt freeing. I looked back once. Window glowed dim, eerie. Like house itself warned. I knew one thing. That night changed me. Fear carved deep inside. And memory stayed forever. Have you ever found something you wish unseen? Drop a like below. Share story in comments.